Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 8 here on the Growing Green podcast. It's your host, Jeremiah Jennings. And I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh episode for your Wednesday. Hope you're doing well and having a great week out there. It has been, man, what a week it's been. The last time I came on here solo, we were heading into the week of having the baby. I'm trying to think. I think our last solo show was Friday, week and a half ago. So we have since had baby Tate, and he is here and joined us. If you missed Monday's show with Savannah, we kind of debriefed that whole experience, talked through all of that. It was just what an amazing day, what an amazing experience. I have said this since then, and even before then, but even more so, hitting on it since this past birth experience is birthing a child. Like obviously, I didn't do it. Savannah pushed the baby out, but being a part of that is, and seeing that happen, like their development, their growth inside the womb, turning into literally from a cell into a human, right? Like just a thought, and it just like turns into a little perfect, innocent little human baby that comes out and just like takes on this world and takes on this sin-cursed world that there is now. And all the baby's innocence. That miracle is just something to sit back and say, holy cow, like this is one of the coolest things that we ever do, if not the coolest. Like it is the bond that is made when he's born, that she's born. Like there's no way to accurately explain it other than simply go through it. And, you know, you've heard your parents say, and you heard people say, like, you just can't understand until you become one. You can't understand until you do it, right? Like, guys, I'm a parent times 2 now, and there is 100%, without a doubt, no way for me to accurately explain to you the feeling unless you've done it. It is so awesome, so, like, rewarding, so humbling. There's no like greater gift on the planet than bringing another human in and getting to raise them. And so we are so thankful. We're a weekend. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's home. Everybody's growing. And that's what we want. Savannah's in a fantastic spot mentally. We are just loving life. And we know that there's people out there praying for us. There's people out there supporting us. There's people rooting for us. And that is why we do what we do, right? It's building our community, and the amount of outpouring and love that we felt through the process is just awesome. And it's all good things, right? Like we're not going through a trial or a tribulation, so I'm not trying to act like that by any stretch, but we definitely feel the warm congratulations and things. That means the world to us, and so thank you for that. If you took the time to write a message or send a text or talk on the phone, like that is truly, 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 we appreciate that, and we could not be more grateful to you. Before we get too deep into today, I want to say thank you to the people that help us grow the show, right, and help us support the show, because the support of the show is how we keep on going, and that is one of our main ones is Element Software and Leanscaper. Those are two of the things that we are big on right now. Element Software is just truly changing the game in the industry, and I think that paired with Leanscaper, the operating system that is, you are set up for success. There's a lot of guys out there who are truly just trying to run a guy in a truck, and that's awesome. I hope that you can do that and succeed at it, right? And if you do that and succeed at it, that's fantastic. But if you're trying to grow a company where you have 2, 3, 5, 10 employees, right? You're trying to get off the truck. You're trying to make something out of this, and you have a little bit of time freedom back, and you grow in numbers, right? Then you need something paired with you to help you do that. And so, and you can even do that as a solo guy, right? Element can be used as a solo guy or a 2 or 3 man crew, right? Now, it's expensive, right? If you're not a spreadsheet whiz, though, it's going to pay for itself, right? It's going to, if you don't know your numbers, if you don't truly know what you're charging, what you should be recovering, what your overhead is, things like that, then trust me, it's going to pay for itself, right? You are going to make that money back. Your customers are going to pay for the software, and you will keep on trucking through life and in your business the same way that the way that you never had before, I guess I should say. If you have never used it and your numbers are all out of whack, get it set up. Your business will change, I promise you. Leanscaper is the operating system that Mark Bradley's building out right now, and it's Leanscaper is the business and the platform and the software to come down the road that Mark is building. But the Leanscaper way is just like the operating system that he built in his business to help him scale to 50 million plus with I forget how many people he said, hundreds of employees, I believe. And so it is such an eye-opening thing when you get around people who are doing bigger and better, like truly doing bigger and better. Get in those circles. It's like, wow, we're doing good, but we got a lot of room to grow. And so both of those things are helping us do that right now. If you need any help with any of those, reach out and let me know. If you have any questions, also reach out and let me know. I'll help you answer anything that I can. I'm a part of the accelerator program in the Leanscaper, and it's been awesome so far. Great conversations in there. Getting on the calls every week has been fantastic as well. Getting to just be like one-on-one with Mark, it feels like, right? You're in a webinar with him, and you get asked questions, and there's other people in there, right? But they do a good job of keeping the questions flowing and keeping things moving, and so you can essentially get some really good time with Mark asking questions and getting things answered directly if you want that. But what I want to talk about today here is as we head into the springtime, guys, like springtime is here. Spring rush is here. It is upon us in Alabama. I know some of you guys up north, you're still like dealing with a little bit of sleet, snow, like you don't know what's going to happen, some wintry mixes, and you're on the fence. But it's here for you. Like you should be advertising. You should be pumping. I know you're 2 to 4 weeks out at most, right? Just about all across the country. And so, because we're April 2nd here, you need to be by May. I know you're going to be mowing. So 2 to 4 weeks, and you're going to be in the swing of things. But I want to talk about some things that we can do to increase cash this year, because when you look at the majority of businesses, right, and myself included over the years, you go through super tight cash issues in the spring. And the reason for that is you have all the startup costs of spring, you have all the maintenance, equipment costs, you have the fuel costs, just the stuff that you have to do to get ready, the snacks, the drinks you have to buy to stock things, the material you have to buy ahead of time. Like you're paying for the material for jobs and you're getting paid 20 days later. And it's just like, man, this adds up big time, especially if you're still doing net 30 on mowing. Like, so, and I say that you could have a card on file, but still be doing quote unquote net 30. If you mow their yard on the 2nd of the month, but then you're not invoicing until the last day of the month, then in my mind, that's considered net 30. You're waiting a whole month to get that check. And so you're going to get it you're going to press the button and get paid, but you're not getting that until a month later. And so you're having to go a whole month at a time and not get anything. No cash coming in, but you're spending. Imagine how much you spend in 30 days, right? And so as we grow, we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to keep the cash flowing, because the cash, having cash restraints on the business are going to really, truly hurt you down the road. And so one of the major things that we've done this year, the biggest shifts that we've made, and this will be definitely the biggest thing that you hear me talk about today and talk about this year probably, is we've changed all of our maintenance clients to weekly billing. I should say all of our residential maintenance. Our commercial maintenance, all that stuff is still net 30 in a month. Well, it's not net 30, but it is end of month billing. So we'll send that invoice out on the 30th. Usually get paid in about 2 weeks on that stuff. But that is how we have things set right now. And we ran that for the whole month of March. We've billed 3 times or 4 times. And so we send out an invoice every Friday for that week's work. And we are invoicing / charging cards and getting paid a lot sooner. It has been such an issue over the years for us to manage cash and end up being upside down, essentially, like not being in a spot of good cash position. And so we get into June, right, and we're still behind because you start this in March, April, May, you start mowing, and then you don't really start seeing cash come in until, if you start in March, you don't really see cash come in until end of March, middle of April, if you're doing good. Sometimes end of April. And so then you're getting into May, and you're just like, holy cow, I've spent $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 getting us up and running. You got payroll every week, right? You got 4 to 6 weeks of payroll coming out. All of the material costs, the fuel costs, all that. But you're not turning actually any cash revenue. And so that's something I want you to just think about doing it. And I was scared to do it for a long time. I was scared to do weekly billing. And I don't know why. The epiphany hit me this year, and I've heard it for years, but it hit me midwinter, and I was like, why on God's green earth am I still getting paid at the end of the month for that month's service? Like, it doesn't make sense. There's no other service on the planet that you pay for that at the end of the month, 30 days later after your service has been completed. Like, that doesn't happen. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Netflix charges your card every start of the month, every month. Like, your trash companies charge your card quarterly before you even have the service. Your power bill, like, I guess your power bill may be current or a few days late, but like, there's not hardly anything in the world that operates that you don't get paid on the spot or before the service is even done. An HVAC company comes and does work at your house. A plumbing company comes and does work at your house. Like, as soon as they leave, they're getting paid. They're not leaving without getting paid. And it's just like, why am I servicing 100 plus customers 2 to 4 times a month and not getting paid until the end of the month? It just doesn't make sense. So that is, it's been an adjustment for us. It's an adjustment for our customers because we've never done it that way, right? But moving forward, that's just what we do. And the weekly thing makes it the most simple for us. It makes it to where we're not having to charge 20, 30 cards a day. That's a process that can get really clunky, I feel like, if you did like daily billing. We may grow into that when I have dedicated office staff to do it. But right now, weekly billing on Fridays is pretty easy. It's an easy thing to do. We pull the route that we did that week. We generate invoices. We press send or charge our card on file and send receipts, and we're good to go. And so it's an easy process, and it is really, truly going to help us with cash. Like, I already know it. I already feel it right now. Like, we're getting the cash that I've gotten in the past couple weeks versus what I would have gotten on the end of the month, right? I've gotten cash for 4 weeks straight. Well, we're April 2nd. I would have just now gotten all that at the end of the month. And so I know that this is going to be huge for us. I know it's going to change a lot of things moving forward. And so I'm excited to implement it. If you have any questions on it, let me know. But it's not hard to do, right? Especially with LMN. It's a few buttons, push, bulk invoice, bulk send, bulk charge card, and it's over with. So that is the biggest thing that we're doing to generate cash. In a more hands-on way, you could be doing, and what you should be doing is I'll give you a could be and then a should be. A could be is pre-sale and prepay. So you can offer your customers options to pay for the full year in advance and give them a discount to generate that cash, right? So this customer's going to be $1,000 a year. Well, I'm going to give you a 5% discount to do it now, to pay it now. And so you pay me all of your whole year's cost right now. You get 5% off, so they get a discount, but I get the cash all right now. And so there's a lot of people that do prepay like that. You offer a small discount, and a lot of times customers, they bite on it. They're like, sure, like I'm not buying for money. If you're servicing that clientele and I can save some money, you might as well take advantage of it. And so they do that, and then you get some good cash up front to pay for material for jobs or whatever that you need to use it for. What you should be doing is you should be upselling current clients. You should be going to properties as you start mowing, as you start your maintenance, and saying, hey, what can we do to make this property better? How can I make this property look like the best thing on the street, best yard in the magazine? What can we do to get there? And so you have to start adding value for your clients in that way, not asking them what you can do for them to make it better, right? And there's a sense of, yes, ask what they want you to do. But there's also a sense of, hey, you're the service provider. That's what they're paying you for. Especially if you're serving like higher end, you're charging higher end dollars, right? You should be adding this value to your customers on your own. And so you should be, hey, look, I saw these mulch beds don't have any edging on them. This is a simple process. We can get you some edging on here. It's going to be $1,500, but you're going to have edging forever. It's going to be natural stone. It's going to be mortared together, and it's going to help keep the weeds from growing into the beds. Here in Alabama, we have Bermuda that runs like crazy, and so this Bermuda, you got Bermuda in your lawn here. It's a running grass. It's really technically a weed, but it's a runner big time. It's going to run shoots all up in there, and you're going to be constantly trying to edge it out, slinging mulch and pine over. It's just no fun. And so I know we're mowing today. I just saw like, hey, this has been an issue over the years with us trying to edge. If we put some block edging in here, we could get this straightened up. So let me know if you want anything. Here's your estimate. Hope you have a good day. And it's like, it's not that hard. It's really not. All that takes is a 10 to 15 minute walk around, like a 4-minute walk around if you're already there mowing, right? Get some measurements, take some pictures. Hey, this is what I think, this is where I see a problem. Here's a solution to the problem. Let me show this to you. Sometimes they might even know it's a problem. They don't go outside. They get home, they drive into their garage, they shut their door, and they live inside their house. And they maybe live on their back patio, but they don't just go spend time out in the front yard. So they may not see that the front edging is in rough shape. That may not be something that catches their eye. So that's an easy upsell to add value. Trimming shrubs, adding mulch, whatever. Find that for you. Irrigation service, gutter cleaning, find those things. But those are things that you can charge like really, really good revenue per hour. A lot of the times you can do some of this while you're already there. If you're going to reschedule it, you can still do it in a profitable manner. And so just think about these things. Like, these are not hard things to be doing. This is honestly just like day-to-day things to help generate and save cash in the spring when I know that money is tight. You can also lock in recurring maintenance plans for like seasonal plans. And so what you can do is say, hey, look, everything. And there's a lot of guys, this is their only service model, right? And we're not there yet. Our company may turn into this. I don't know. It would be like a cull of almost every customer that we have right now. But it's a 12-month contract of, hey, look, we're going to come to your property for the entire year. Doesn't matter how many times we come. We're going to shoot for 30 visits, 35 visits, 40 visits. But it's going to be the same rate every month. We may have to do a little more this time, not as much this time. But it's just, this is what we're factoring in our entire costs, our overhead, our average, all that in, average hours spent on the job. All that's in this price. We're going to get you fixed up. That is mowing, weed eating, edging, blowing, trimming, fertilization, like all of the stuff. Make it all encompassing. And that's the only way. And then you're getting consistent cash flow every single month. So the winter doesn't dry up. You get cash flow all the way through. And you also have some work usually in the winter just to keep your guys busy, keep payroll running, and keep the business operational. A lot of people go that way, guys. As they grow, people that turn into having a little bit larger companies, that's a very, very popular way to grow. Is like, hey, you can come on with us, but the only way you're coming on is if you're on a 12-month recurring billing, things like that. It just helps you. It helps you to stay sustainable and manage your growth wisely. I think you could also do one or two. Well, there's a lot more things you could do, but I don't want to hold you. I'm going to do a shorter show today just because, like, man, it's crazy, guys. Spring rush, new baby, no sleep. You know the feelings. But you can eliminate the waste in your business. In turn, helps you save cash. And, we mentioned Leanscaper a little bit earlier in the show. Leanscaper is an operating system to help you be lean, to run a lean business. Like, have as minimal things as possible as far as friction points, as far as waste, as far as unbillable time. And so, what can we do to get through these friction points, get unbillable time down, and just totally eliminate the waste? It is so crazy how much time you spend going to gas stations. You spend time with inefficient routing. You spend time with overbuying a material. All these things, like those three things right there, the biggest three things, is thousands of dollars a year that you're missing out on. Thousands. And if you have 1,000 hours, or you have 2,000 hours a year, we'll call it 6,000, right? For three guys, 6,000 hours a year, and you've got 2,200 to 2,400 unbillable hours. Like, holy cow, it's a lot of unbillable hours. And maybe you're factoring that in. Maybe that's part of just like the geography for a year. You're a lot of driving. I don't know that for your business, but pull those reports and look at those things, because if you don't realize how much billable versus unbillable you're having, you're not going to realize how much you're actually missing out on and how much your time you're spending in unbillable. Fuel usage, right? That's the how are we using fuel? First off, are we wasting it driving around all day? Are the mowers idling more than they should? What is the issue there? As well as like fuel, the buying process of fuel, going to the gas stations. That factors in unbillable time, but it's just like, holy cow, the amount of time we spend. We have been so much more productive this year eliminating the gas station from our vocabulary. We have snacks at the property, we have drinks at the property, we have a fuel tank at the property. Everything happens there. Only reason you need to be going to a gas station is to be going to the bathroom throughout the day if you need to. Like, that's it. There's no more gas station stops, and I'm pumped about it. Overbuying materials. That's one that can really get you. As you grow, you got to stop the guessing game, and you got to get everything more dialed into square footage, like how much does something actually cover per yard, per ton, whatever. Get that stuff dialed in, get accurate measurements, because overbuying material, guys, you may spend an extra $30 or $40 this time, and it's not a big deal, but like that times 50 or 100, you're talking some serious cash coming in that you're going to be missing out on. That's your profit. That stuff should be going into your profit, but you're just overbuying because you don't have accurate measurements, you don't have good data, and then you're missing out on so much revenue, so much cash to come, because as you grow, again, 50, 100 times throughout a season at 20, 30, 40, $50 a pop, like, you are missing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars potentially because you just overbought, and then you end up wasting that material because it can't be reused. So think about some of these things today. I know cash is tough. Also, make sure you stay current on invoices, right? If you have outstanding, get on top of those. Don't fall too far behind. We already have some outstanding stuff that we're trying to get collected early in the year. And don't keep mowing for people that have not paid. Like, just don't do it. I've done it. Don't do it. You're going to get bit. Don't do it. If they quit paying, then you can quit mowing, and then you're going to charge them a one-time startup fee again to get started when your grass is too tall because you haven't been there in 4 weeks and they decide to pay. But anyway, I don't want to ramble. I hope that brought you some value. I hope you can seriously think through some of these things and be like, oh, these are actionable steps to implement this year. The weekly billing is going to be huge for us. I'm so pumped for that. I'm going to share a journey along the way. Talked about the YouTube channel last week, right? I know you haven't seen anything yet. That is coming. We just we talked about that on Friday, had a baby on Wednesday, and so haven't had really time to get anything set up, get stuff rolling over there. But we are filming, we're documenting, and we're excited to bring that to you over on the YouTube. We've talked about it for a while now, and I'm actually excited to hop into it and do it and share our stuff over there as well. But we appreciate you. We care about you. We thank you. Your support is nothing short of amazing. We could not do the show without you. And so if you want to, leave us a big 5-star rating or review. Those help us grow the show. We haven't had a review in a while. Let's have some positive reviews come in if you don't mind. Like the amount of people we have listened to the show every week versus the reviews we have, it just doesn't, like, the math doesn't math. So we've got a lot of people not leaving reviews. So if you feel the urge and the need to do that, that would be awesome. We would thank you so much. I would seriously, like, write a note and say thank you. We'll shout it on the show because we couldn't do it without you. This show stays in business, stays up and running because you choose to listen. I know you have a lot of areas to spend your time. I don't take it for granted you choose to spend it with us, and I want to keep bringing as much value as possible for you as we grow through the season this year and into many, many more beyond. But thank you for tuning in. Without any further ado, guys, that's going to wrap this one up, and we'll catch up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.